Okay, good morning and welcome to the live session. And obviously, today the big ping ball test is going to begin between Australia women and India women. The last match of this multi-format series. Obviously, the series began with a happy note for Indian fans. For us, India winning that T20 series 2-1. But unfortunately, in the ODI series, despite we are being the World Cup champions, we lost 3-0. That didn't go well for us. Obviously, we tried so many new things and that didn't work for us at all. But now the focus shifts to this test match. And obviously, if we somehow manage to win this game, the multi-format series can still end in a tie. 8 point each, because now Australia leading the series 8-4, and by winning this match, you can gain 4 points. So then you can end on eight, tied at 8 points each. So I think that will be the aim for the team, that India, win this game and tie the series. That will be a huge, huge boost for the team. Drawing a multi-format series in Australia. So that's it. But another main focus of this match is this is Elisa Healy's last international game. I think throughout the game we might see different set of things from Cricket Australia. Tushari, you are expecting that kind of thing happening? Different kind of things or arrangements for Elisa Healy throughout
Yeah,
the game.
arrangements, felicitation, bringing in Mitchell
Yeah,
Stark for commentary, putting her on comms, like putting that mic that they do,
yeah,
that sort of a thing. But I think Sophie Molino is injured. That's why I feel that maybe uh, Healy, Cricket Australia might be telling Healy stick for what one more or two
yeah.
more, um, you know,
Yes, especially the way she batted in the last ODI. Oh my God.
yeah.
Okay, okay. But Trishadi, a huge game. We rarely see in any women's cricket team in action in test matches, because we know the number of test match happening in women's cricket all over the world is very, very less. Generally in the Ashes series we see India,
Yeah.
Australia and England playing test matches. But India, I think the last test matches that we played in home soil, defeating all those three
Mm.
teams, England, Australia, and South Africa. And after that, we're playing this match. How big
Yeah.
occasion is this, playing a ping ball test in Australia against Australia, that too after a long time. And how crucial will be as an experience for this Indian side.
Oh yeah, I think look, ultimately test match is the real format of the game,
Yeah.
So you can't beat anything that's close to a test match. I mean, yes, with all the T20 World Cup going on, a lot of people might disagree with me, but there's nothing close to a test match.
No chance.
Um, so yeah, I think a fantastic occasion for the girls, and not only this one, they have two major
Yeah.
test matches. One pink ball here in Waka, and then Lords. I mean, playing in whites in Waka and playing in whites in Lords,
Stuff.
creating life.
Dream.
Tick
Dream
tick tick.
stuff.
That yeah, it's a big deal. I think the girls will be excited and nervous, and that's how it should be. um, but also I do hope that this leads to a bigger investment in the format altogether, and
Mhm.
we can soon, I hope that in the next, say, 2 3 years, we see a WTC champion, a WTC cycle for the women as well, because I think the quality of cricket will improve, the skill level will improve a notch. It has to, when it is T20s, when it is ODIs, there's a particular set of skill you need, but that skill will be doubled, and the temperament will be needed if it's a test match. So I hope that now that Jaisha is there, since he has done such a lot of things for women's cricket. For example, this is the first time any team was there in the Laureus Award, and the Indian women's cricket team won that too. You have to give that credit to BCCI and Jaisha. Of course, you have to give the credit, a lot of credit to Jaisha, whether you like him or not, whether you agree with his father's political agendas or not. But you have to give the credit that he has been doing great work as far as women's cricket, especially, is concerned. Yes, there is a lot of work to be done, but this is where, because India is playing two test matches this year, I think that hope is going on. That
Mm.
at least in my mind, the hope is, for me, WTC cycle is as important, if not a little more important than WPL.
Yes, and I think this will be a huge, step going forward if somehow we can see the WTC cycle and at least start with the big four teams. I know New Zealand
Yeah,
also play a very less amount of test matches, so
yeah,
let's start with India, Australia, South Africa, and England. I think that will be fantastic. In a 2 year cycle, I think it will be fantastic. Anyway, they are playing around among themselves in 2 years,
yeah,
like 2-3 test matches. So I think that will be
yeah.
fantastic. By the way, I think Elisa Healy is full smiling because she has won the toss and the TV is on mute, so I cannot understand what she has decided. But she has won the toss. That I can assure you.
He has
Okay, they
decided
have
to
shown.
retire.
They have opted to bowl first. Yeah,
Okay.
they have opted
She
to
has
bowl.
retired, is what I was saying.
Yes, so India batting. Tushadi,
Yeah.
Renuka Singh is Thakur is not there. BCCI have come out with a statement that the workload management is the key reason behind that. Obviously, the World Cup T20 World Cup here. For someone like Kashbi Gautam, now it's an opportunity. If she gets a chance in the playing 11, and I think she will. I think in a Test match in Australia, I think you might need someone like Kashbi Gautam. So how do you see? Not having Renuka and also an opportunity for Kashbi.
But you have to get Kashvi, no? Who
Yes,
else is your pace bowler?
yes,
Sayali,
yes.
Kashvi, Amanjot.
Amanju.
I think all three will play. It's the Waka. All three will play.
Yeah, I think only one spinner will be there.
Deepti
Deepti, that is
and one more.
and
Deepti
one
and
more. Yes.
Vaishnavi, I think.
Hmm. Oh, for Vaishnavi, what a year! 2025, she was playing under 19 World Cup. 2026, she is making Test debut in Waka. Oh my God, ping ball Test.
I think it depends on how much you have impressed the captain, and clearly Vaishnavi has has impressed the captain.
Hmm.
She has impressed the selectors with the domestic performance. So good on her because there were a lot of competition, there, but they could not really make that sort of impact impression as well.
Hmm.
So I mean, if she does make her debut, I won't be surprised. Oh, there's Kranti. Oh,
Yes,
there's a
Kranti is also
Kranti.
there. Hmm.
Then one of Amanjot or Kashvi will play. I would go with
Will play.
Kashvi.
Kashbi, yes. I also think that Kashbi might be ahead of Amanju in that scenario. So yeah, another thing that we have to discuss before going to comments that for Australia also there is some change and Madeline Brown can debut also. Tushadi, the pace. Are you excited to see Madeline Brown in action?
Oh yeah, I'm
Because, because
absolutely
this
excited.
name is all around the Australian circuit for a long time now.
Yeah, I'm not only excited to see Madeline Brown. I'm also excited to see if Lucy Hamilton can get a
Ah, yes.
get a go because I think it will be a
Yeah.
completely different set of
Yeah.
experience for someone like Lucy Hamilton. I do think that she has a lot of potential. See, this is why I keep saying, the longer format of the game, test matches is where your skills are tested the most. And if we see Madeline Brown and Lucy Hamilton bowling in tandem, we are basically seeing future Australia. And kudos to Australia that they have seamlessly made this transaction. Though nobody felt the absence of anyone. So I think in this tour they have shown that as well that they are leading now in the multi-format series.
Yep.
Clearly, even with inexperience, with their captain going, with their current captain injured, a lot of things have gone wrong. A lot of things they have chosen to not, I think Perry is there, but Magra is not Magra. Garth is still, resting, or let's
Yes.
stay in whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Perry's name is still there in the squad. I also
Yeah.
saw that. But yeah, but I think she
I
will
think
not
Perry
play.
will play. I think this format suits her very well.
She will play.
Yeah,
You think?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
This could
Hmm.
well be her last test match
Ooh. Yes. Could be. Yep. So yes.
because I
Okay.
don't think
Italy.
I doubt she'll play next year Ashes. Next
Hmm.
year Ashes is next Jan.
Hmm. Yes. Because fitness has been an issue for her also in last
Yeah.
few years. So yeah.
अभी तो यार मगरा, why am I saying continuously? अभी तो यार पेरी मुनी हो गया है.
हाँ ठीक है त्रिशा दी, कुछ कमेंट ले लेते हैं.
ठीक है चलो. ओके. अरे भाई तुम लोगों ने इतना कमेंट कब कर दिया? हम 10 ही तो मिनट आए हैं. Anjali, hi Trishadi. What may be the obvious reasons that team management is not looking at the bowling of Jemmy and Hurlin, especially Jemmy? Hurlin, I don't think bowls anymore after her injury. That's why team management is not making her bowl. As far as Jemmy is concerned, not 100% sure. You know, if
I think
Jemmy.
she has not impressed the management at all. I think so far. I think she first needs to impress the management. Then I think they can show the trust on her.
Gisht, in the third ODI, don't you think that all the Indian bowlers either bowled short or fuller length? And why on earth were all the fielders standing up inside the circle when the
Yeah.
bowlers were bowling in different areas? Someone needs to go and say something to Harman. Renuka was the only bowler who bowled well. She bowled right lengths and went at a good economy rate at that pitch. It seems like she has worked on her death bowling. The delivery in which she got Gardner out was a Yorker. Australia can afford to carry McGrath for their whole life. She is a three-time World Cup winning player, more than several legends. Same thing also goes to Darcy. Australia can just carry them. She is also a two-time World Cup winning player. India should manage Renuka's workload and try to find replacement for Deepthi, as she will finish India one day with her pathetic batting and running between wickets. Jemmy has an issue, too many shots. Deepthi has an issue of less shots. Shafali has problem of inconsistency. Richa can't play in slow tracks. Harman has MI quota. Smriti can't play in pressure. And Pratika and Harleen play so slow that the world will end. And why are these selectors favoring Uma? Giving her one World Cup is enough. Take Tanya only at test. She can keep well, which is especially needed in test. Richa could have faked an injury and Tanya could have kept.
Okay.
गिस्ट को बहुत ज्यादा गुस्सा किसी पे तो आ रहा है.
सबसे अच्छा लगा मुझे ये पूरा कमेंट में कि दीप्ति ऐसा बैटिंग करते हैं इंडिया को फिनिश कर देगा एक दिन. ये अच्छा है कि कोई अपने क्रिकेट से पूरा इंडिया को फिनिश कर दे. ये अच्छा है, पावर अच्छा है.
अरे भाई साहब. आई मीन
ठीक है देखते हैं.
लेट्स
आपका सब
मूव
पॉइंट तो
ऑन.
सही है. हाँ पॉइंट आपका सही है कि फील्डर ऊपर था और ज्यादा रूम दिए थे. रेणुका ने से विकेट विकेट बॉल डाला इसलिए अच्छा था. सब पॉइंट ठीक है. देखते हैं नेक्स्ट सीरीज में सब सही होता है कि नहीं. उमा छेत्री को छोड़ दो प्लीज. आप सबसे मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है उसको छोड़ दो. उसका कोई गलती नहीं है. इंजरी हो गया कबलिनी को इसलिए उस बेचारी को बुला लिया डोमेस्टिक से. उन्होंने बोला नहीं कि मुझे लेके जाओ. उनको छोड़ दो भाई. अब सिलेक्टर्स को तानिया भाटिया भी ऑप्शन था. सिलेक्टर्स ने नहीं बोला तो क्या करे वो थोड़ी बोला कि मुझे लेके जाओ. छोड़.
आई थिंक प्रॉब्लम इज तानिया भाटिया तो जीरो पे ही आउट हो जाती है. अभी नॉट इवन 1 2 3 कुछ भी नहीं करती है. उमा छेत्री कम से कम 2-3 रन बना लेगी इसी की. कैन यू हियर द ड्रिलिंग मशीन दैट्स गोइंग ऑन?
लिटिल बिट.
It's in the flat above us. I can literally feel it on my head. Trisha, ये इंडिया इज इनटू द फाइनल. हाँ ओ अच्छा.
हो गया.
फॉर अ सेकंड आई थॉट ये क्या हो गया.
कल तो आप लोगों को बहुत मजा आया होगा. इतना 500 रन देख लिया आप लोग. क्या बैटिंग हुआ कल. देखो
Seriously.
छक्का. फुल कंप्यूटर गेम.
No one recognizes Uma as a World Cup winner. The coach himself forgot while speaking in one YouTube interview. He was asked to name the whole squad, and he took 15 names as India, which included Pratika, and he completely forgot about Uma. Feel a bit
छोड़ दो.
bad for her. She didn't do anything. She
मेरे
is yet to even make her ODI debut. She made her ODI debut. Uma Chhetri made her ODI debut.
वो आधा मैच हुआ ना. वो कंसिडर होगा. आधा मैच हुआ ना बारिश में.
वो मुझे नहीं पता.
इसलिए बोल रहे होगे शायद क्योंकि मैच तो पूरा ही नहीं हुआ.
and she has won a World Cup. अभी क्या ही बोले यार, उसको जान दो यार, what can Uma
देखो
do?
देखो कोच ने भी छोड़ दिया, इसलिए यार नाम याद नहीं है, तो तुम भी छोड़ दो भाई, तुम लोग भी छोड़ दो.
Gitch, Gitch, okay. India should work on developing current player skills. How is Pakistan playing so well? Why are they in the same group?
हैं?
It won't be easy against the as their spinners turn the ball more than ours. I'm surprised we won a World Cup with this bowling attack. Hmm. What do you think about our bowling attack, Ashish? Basically, that's what I think the question is.
Yeah, I think all this. See, after the WPL, we knew that things are not looking good in terms of our bowling unit, be it spinners or be it pacers. So I think we were all happy after seeing their outing in the T20I series. I think they bowled well. They are executing their plans and everything. But in the ODI series, it looked all over the place. Obviously, as someone commented earlier, that the fielding placement were up and were bowling, you were giving so much room to someone like Eliza Healy, and she was scoring freely. So I can understand why these questions are coming, but in taste, I think it's a different thing. In taste, you have to be more consistent. You have enough time to make a comeback. If you consistently hit the right line and length, I think you can do the job. The bowlers have done it. Obviously you cannot. I can understand that you are asking why, how on earth we won the World Cup with this bowling lineup. This bowling lineup did well in that World Cup. In high scoring game, they bowled well in patches, in pressure situation, and in a high scoring game, it's only you need, in patches you need to bowl accordingly good, so that those small differences can make a huge impact, and those that only happened during the World Cup. So I can understand. Let's hope the bowling unit comes good in this test match, because you're playing in Australia. It's expected that your pacers, your swing bowlers will get some help from the deck, and hopefully they can utilize that to their benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, the team 11 is out. Just give me
Yeah.
1 second.
Mm.
Yeah, so the India's team 11: Smriti Mandana, Shafali Verma, Pratika Rawal, Harmanpreet Kaur, Jemima Rodriguez, Richa Ghosh, Deepti Sharma, Kashvi Gautam, Sneh Rana, Sayali Sadgare, Kranti Gaur. So no
Okay.
Vaishnav. Yeah.
No questions. Sneha, yeah, she can bat, and she was fantastic in India while playing the test. That
Yes.
10 wicket haul and everything. I think she was
Yes.
fantastic. And
I
Pratika
think
making her
somebody
debut at
has
number
asked
three.
who are the debutants. I think the debutants will be Pratika,
Kashvi,
um, Kashvi, Sayali,
Kranti.
Kranti.
Yeah.
Sayali as well.
That- Sally Kranti. Yeah. Okay. So
Four.
at number three, you are seeing Pratika. It's
Pratika.
understandable.
Yeah, fantastic
Very
choice.
good move. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Good move. Mm.
This reminds me of that 2014 Test match against England.
Eight
Mithali
debuting.
leading the team with 11 players, out of which 8 debutants.
And we won that match in England.
Yeah, we won that match. I think both Shubhalakshmi Sharma and Niranjana Nagarajan were superb.
Yeah.
We had Shubhalakshmi Sharma, in fact, in
Yes.
our Women's Player podcast.
Yeah. Smriti
Okay,
Mandana, most of the players are
Smriti
in this
scored.
team belong that to that team. That team.
Smriti was there. Harman was there.
Dipti,
Shafali was not there. Pratika wasn't there. Deepti, I'm not sure, was there in 2014. I don't think. Uh, yeah. Australia playing in 11: Phoebe Litchfield, Georgia Wall, Ellis Perry, Aliza Healy, Annabelle Sutherland, Beth Mooney. Beth Mooney will keep wickets. Ashley Gardner, Talia McGrath, Alana King, Lucy Hamilton, and Darcy Brown. So no Maitland Brown.
yeah, but Lucy Hamilton is there.
Yes. And India is batting first. Wow.
That angle, left arm angle, and bounce of Waka. Interesting.
Yeah. Just maybe I'll give you a question and then I'll go and bring something to show off to people. I have
Okay.
something. This is a pink ball, and you know what I
Oh
will be
yes,
showing.
yes, yes. And
Something
and
from my
and
collection.
and it was a very tiring and hardworking thing for Trishari to get that ball. I know that thing. Yeah,
Yes,
because Trishari,
exactly.
so many years to take from Trishari to have that ball. Finally, she got that.
Yes. Okay. Trisha is asking, what is wrong with Varun? Have people found him out?
Oh, okay, Varun Chakravarti. I can understand who is Varun in this game. Okay, Varun Chakravarti in Sven's game. Yeah, I think one thing that I have found in this World Cup, I think Trishadi will also I think observe. I think has observed it. I think batters are playing in in back foot. I think they are waiting for the balls to come and then
Yeah.
hitting. But I think earlier, batters used to go, down the track or maybe going forward to play him, and that is where he was able to deceive them with the pace, with the bounce, everything, with the spin maybe. But now they are waiting back foot and they are hitting them, to the leg side, to the off side. I think yesterday Jacob Bethel, I think the way he was using her,
Yeah.
sorry, he was using his crease. I think he was using his crease. I think it was superb. I think that is how everyone is playing Varun, and somehow Varun is not getting that that plan B or plan C, how to tackle that. I think this World Cup is done. I don't know how he will bowl in the World Cup. Maybe again another bad outing waiting for him. I don't know. It doesn't matter if India wins. If one bowler is doing bad, if India wins, I'm happy. That is not the case. But I think after the World Cup, I think he needs to sit out. Needs to sit down and talk with coaches, talk with the people with whom he generally works. I think he can come up with some better plans which he needs to execute in the upcoming series. I think if then those things work for him, I think that will definitely help him. But in this World Cup, two players I have no expectation in the final as of now in terms of current form. One is Abhishek Sharma, one is Varun Chakravarti. I think the World Cup is done and dusted for them. Mentally, they are so behind now. Psychologically, they are
Yeah,
so
true.
behind now. I think
Yeah,
they are
true.
not even close to their best form. So I
Yeah.
don't know how they will do. One good day might happen in the final. We might see Abhishek Sharma smashing 17 in Ahmedabad pitch. That might happen. We'll be very much happy for him. We might see him somehow, New Zealand batters
New
crumbling
Zealand doesn't
against
have an
Varun
off spinner.
Chakravarti. Yes, they have. They have. I think uh, not even option. I think the way in Eden pitch, McAnally, that bowler, use that bounce to dismiss both
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
left-handers.
yes.
Yeah, to
Yes.
both the left-handers, Rickelton and Quinton de Kock. I think that will
Yeah.
be the plan for them. And do
Yeah.
not forget Rachin Rabinda. I think the way he was
Yeah.
bowling, in Eden pitch, and interestingly, he was not bowling spin. He was bowling to seam bowling type. Simple. He was picking the seam and throwing the ball, and he was using that bounce. I think that might be his key in Ahmedabad pitch also, because that is expected to be flat one. We might see another high scoring final. So let's see what happens. But I think after this World Cup, both of them, be it Abhishek, be it Varun, needs to sit down with their person with whom they work. I think then they might come up with some better plans, and that might we see in upcoming games.
Gish, why is there no leggy in test? What will these spinners do? They hardly turn the ball. It will be a run fest for Australia. I don't think it'll be a run fest, but I do have a question on. I mean, Australia is doing superbly well with Alana King. Freak Alana King is bowling so well. I mean, the ball is coming out so well out of her hand. And I can't but understand that why, in a country like ours, where every alternate bowler is a spin bowler, we don't have a leg spinner.
That is the same case with men's and women's cricket in our country. We
Yeah,
don't use leg spinners, be it men's or be it women's cricket. One thing that we have two spinners today, Dipti and Snehana, both are off spinners, and so many right-handers in that Australian batting lineup. So the balls will coming into them. So at least having one leg spinners or maybe one left arm spinner, be it Vaishnavi, even Ensuchani was is not there in the squad. So I think that could have been a different option for someone like Harmanpreet Kaur as captain. But it's okay. I think they have gone with the experience in a test match. You always depend on experience, because that helps to understand the game, because it's a long game. Test game is not about those 4 overs or 10 overs. It's a long
correct.
process. You have to be consistent for a long time. I think that is why experience matters, and that is why I think they have gone with two off spinner, despite knowing there are so many right-handed in Australian team. So let's see what happens. But obviously, having a left arm spinner against a team which have so many right-handers or maybe a leg spinner would have been a fantastic stuff for someone for Team India.
Denver Johnson, Trisha, what have we learned from the ODI games? Have the Indian team lost focus, lack endurance, fortitude, and have been reduced to just a T20 team? Clearly, there is a big gap that needs to be bridged. But how can we be reduced to a T20 team? We just won the
No.
World Cup. That
Yeah.
to ODI. I don't think we have been reduced to a T20 team. What I do think is, I think Snehashish and I have been pointing this out from the beginning of the ODI series, that there is so much of experimentation.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Indian team didn't care about the result because they were
No.
like, you know what, we have certain questions in our
I,
mind.
I, I I
We'll
think mentally
experiment.
they are in the T20 mode only in this year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're thinking this is the T20 World Cup.
Yeah.
That's what is the focus. Uh, so that's where I thought that too many experimentations, too many changes. Think of this: three ODIs and three different playing 11s.
No.
So clearly, sending people in different batting orders yet again. There are things which probably we haven't been able to answer yet. So that is it. Which India goes with just same teams in all squads. Yes, I think India needs to. This is where I felt if India thought that these ODIs are where you're going to experiment and not really look at the results, and understandably so, because ICC championship points were not in question, then why not get probably something like the India A squad playing the ODIs then?
Mm.
You would still lose and maybe lose in a worse way, but at least you have given them the exposure. That part would have helped you in kind of understanding your bench strength and seeing who's
Mm.
up to the international level, because it's as much important to have your best 11 on the field. Equally important is to have another set of 11 to 15 players in the bench who can have that seamless transition whenever needed, whenever there's an emergency, injury, etc., etc., which is something we are seeing in Australia. Say for example, yes, Darcy Brown is not nowhere close to consistent, but her pace, but the wicket taking, you know I still think that Darcy Brown needs to change about 20 degrees from what she is right now. But still, um, Australia is investing in her with a plan in mind.
Mm.
And then when it came to the ODIs, they got in Megan Shoot that
Yep.
we don't want to experiment. So I think they have the clarity that way. We need to build bench strength much better.
Mm.
And when I say we need to build, the point is, I have heard this a lot. There aren't enough players in domestic circuit. No, there are players. You have to
Correct.
recognize them and
Mm.
you have to groom them. I've been talking about this player V Fishta. The last time we saw her, she was very good. She was from Himachal Pradesh. She's almost like Nadine de Klerk. She can bowl medium pace. She can hit sixes and big one.
Mm.
I don't know where is she. Last domestic season, we were following the domestic season. She was there, she was doing well. This right now I have no idea where is she. So these are the players where you have to scout them out and then take care of them and build them in and kind of get them ready for international cricket, because that jump is huge. You have to help them do that. Somebody has just said I'm slowly becoming fan of Nadine de Klerk. Okay, I saw I'm slowly becoming Nadine de Klerk. Then how can
You're too
somebody
late, mate.
become? Michael Zaksun, Australia and SA women's squads are looking so great. Do you think SA women have the ability to win maiden World Cup for their country under my idol Woodward? You answer this, I'll just be back. You know what I'll
Can
be
you
getting.
repeat the questions? I didn't have.
Yeah. The question is, do you Australia and SA women's squads are looking so great? Do you
Yeah.
think South Africa women have the ability to win maiden World Cup for their country under my
Oh,
idol Woolworth.
yes. Oh, yes, yes. See, I think both me and Trishadi have already told several times that in the upcoming T20 World Cup, South Africa is going to be the team to beat. Because if you see the squad, I think they have this is a fantastic squad. In every department, you have experience, you have young bloods, and they are destructive. Someone like any direction. I think with direction, the one thing that we have been talking about, that consistency. Obviously, she gets very limited amount of chances because so many
Yeah.
top players and experienced players are there. But still, I think in the Pakistan series, one of the best positive thing that happened for South Africa, that direction scoring runs consistently, right? And
We
also,
consistently got the chance, as you said.
exactly in this series. And Laura Ulvert as a batter didn't have a best series with the bat,
Yeah.
right, in this series. But still, they have managed to score big amount of runs as a total. So I think that's a very that will be a very that will give very good confidence to someone like Laura Ulvert, the captain, the team management, and for South Africa, I think they will be hot favorites for the upcoming T20 World Cup. And see, I think South African cricket is on upwards since 2022. Be it men's cricket, be it women's cricket, I think they have been fantastic. The squad, unfortunately for the men's cricket, see at the brand of cricket they were playing in this men's World Cup, I think superb. Unfortunately, they chose the wrong day to slip up the semi-final. The Finn Annals show. I don't know. Fortunately, I was there at Edens. I saw that carnage. Whew, the power he has. Oh my God,
Yeah.
too much power, too much power. So you cannot do anything against a player who is on song that kind of a form on a particular day. So I think that thing happened with South Africa, unfortunately. But you cannot deny the brand of cricket South Africa played. India are in the final, but I think 99 of 100 people will agree with me. I think India are yet to have the best or perfect game in this World Cup.
Yeah.
Yesterday also won by 7 runs, right? 1-6 here and there, things could have been different. Akshay Patel and Jasprit Bumrah were the difference for us yesterday. Akshay Patel, those
I
catches,
agree.
and Jasprit Bumrah with those last 2 overs. Obviously, Hardik Pandya bowled that over also very well, but you have to give credit the previous 2 overs that Bumrah bowled. I think he was fantastic. So that set the tone for those 2 overs, and Akshay Patel with the fielding effort that she put up yesterday. Oh my God! Even Bethel was good to out on the six that he scored to reach that 100. That
Yeah.
also touched his hands. She was flying everywhere yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think those two people made the difference for India. Yeah, in high scoring games, you need only those little moments to go in your favor to win this kind of games. That only happened for the champion side. So yeah, but I think South Africa were more playing more good brand of cricket, more complete game rather than India. But unfortunately, they slip up. So I think beat men, beat women's. They are fantastic squad. I think for men's cricket also, 2027, the home World Cup will be their best chance. Though we all want that World Cup to be winning by us, because two great people will might be playing their last World Cup there, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, and yes, I think in this T20 World Cup also, I think South Africa is the team to beat, and they are in our group. That is very very scary. South Africa, Australia, Pakistan. Seeing them improving so lot, I think they will be a team to beat also. And India, they are obviously these four teams in the same group. This will be a fantastic group, but a scary one also. So let's see what happens.
Right. It's 10:50 and the first ball is to be bowled. I know there are so many questions, but of course, we worked very late because of the semis, and we have to go because the match is starting.
Now the build
But
up for the
before,
final has already started
yes,
from morning only.
yes. But before I go, of course, it's the pink ball
Yeah,
test. So
think
this is extremely special because this was the first pink ball test that the Indian women's team played on the 30th of September 2021. And the captain herself has autographed it, Mithali Raj. So I just wanted to show it to you guys. Yes, I worked very hard to get this. That's true. I had to,
I
anyway.
know that.
Yes, Snehashish has seen my hard work, and after getting it also, uh, you
Yeah,
know, uh, there was a bit of hard work. Well,
Yes.
but yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys because I know you guys will be happy. So yes, the Kookaburra ball. This is the same ball that is going to be used today. Not this ball, of course. This stays with me as a memento. But this is the same ball, the pink lather ball that will be used today. In minutes, the game is going to start. Again, the first ping ball test in 2021, and we have another ping ball test in 2026. Let's hope we win this one.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, 3 balls down, 1 run scored, and Darcy Brown even in a test match bowled a wide. So thank you, Darcy,
Very good.
to open the account for us. Yes.
Congratulations to Darcy Brown.
Yes. Even in a test match, she is bowling wide. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Trishadi. Thank you everyone for joining in. By the way, so after
By the way,
every
again,
session,
not lucky. I worked very hard for this. I'm telling you, no, you have no idea how hard. Ask me, Ashish. It's hard work. It's persistence,
you know,
perseverance, and hard work that got me this.
even after
Not,
getting the ball, 1 or 2 days, there is a chance that the ball might not be with her. So
yes,
she has to fight for that also. So after that, now she has ensured that the ball is belonging to her only. So yeah. So
and then the quest for the autograph. It was hard
yes,
work. Let's put it that
yes.
way.
So yes. By the way, the plan is after every session a copy will come from us,
Yeah,
on our
yeah.
website, about every session. Obviously, the date app will be there, and anything significant if happen, then only will come for the post match show.
Otherwise, the
Otherwise, will
meeting
be
next morning.
directly come for the pre match show tomorrow, day two. There we will discuss what happened on day one and also what is going to what might going to happen on day two also. So that is our plan for the test match. So let's see how it happens. Till then, take care and enjoy the game. Hopefully, India have a brilliant start. Thank you.
Yeah.